Every winter, this pattern tends to repeat itself. As the days get shorter, you watch the motivation start to fade. Energy drops, emotions become unstable, the meltdowns increase, and the anxiety spikes. And doctors call it seasonal affective disorder. They explain how reduced sunlight messes with brain chemistry and tell you to try a light box, maybe add another supplement, and perhaps consider medication. But here's what they can't explain. Why do some people handle fall and winter just fine while others predictably struggle? Why does your child with autism or ADHD get noticeably worse every single year when the clocks change? Why does one sibling thrive year round while the other battles the same seasonal decline? The answer isn't just about what happens during seasonal depression. It's about why certain nervous systems don't have the capacity to adapt when the seasons change. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. So, if you're exhausted from watching your child or yourself struggle every fall and winter, and if you're tired of being told it's just seasonal and you're ready to understand the neurological reason behind these predictable seasonal challenges, stick around. It isn't all about sunshine deficiency. It's about how nervous system reserve capacity or lack thereof determines who struggles and who doesn't. Here's what we see in our office every single fall and winter. Sleep gets worse, digestion struggles, behavior challenges increase, meltdowns happen more frequently, and the anxiety that seemed manageable in August becomes overwhelming by November. And this isn't coincidence and it's not bad luck. People and children with these conditions predictably worsen each winter because their nervous systems are already operating at maximum capacity. So when seasonal transitions arrive, there's simply nothing left in the reserve. And that's because resilience within a child's nervous system is the factor that makes all the difference. What contributes to nervous system resilience greatly depends on how the nervous system is functioning. There's a specific part of the nervous system that operates automatically. It's called the autonomic nervous system. And it operates like a car with two pedals. The gas pedal activates responses, while the brake pedal promotes rest, recovery, and emotional balance. That sympathetic, that gas pedal, and the parasympathetic, which is the brake pedal, these are the two branches of the autonomic nervous system. I know we're getting nerdy, but stick with me because when we have a healthy nervous system, it shifts smoothly between these states. We need both, right? Using the gas when challenges arise and engaging the brake to rest, digest, sleep, and maintain calm. We need both. But some nervous systems get stuck with the gas pedal pressed down and the brake pedal unable to engage. And this is what's called sympathetic dominance. It's essentially too much gas pedal function. And it's not a choice to make, but something the nervous system is automatically doing. And this is important to consider where the nervous system is at when we enter the fall and winter seasons. Think of it like a smartphone battery. You have a healthy battery, it's going to handle regular daily use plus high demand activities without much issue. But when we add seasonal changes, these require real adaptation work from the nervous system. The nervous system has to adjust the circadian timing to the new patterns of light, has to maintain production of important chemicals, neurotransmitters, despite there being a lack of sunlight. It has to regulate temperature and support immune function during cold and flu season. For a nervous system with a healthy nervous system balance, these adaptations happen automatically. You notice shorter days, but don't feel overwhelmed. But for an overwhelmed nervous system, seasonal transitions become the breaking point where people can fall into what we call neurological exhaustion. And this is where we have the question as to why is this happening in the first place, right? Because there's the reality that school starts, that it's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's also probably the most busy time of the year, maybe the most stressful time of the year. But some kids thrive and other kids struggle. So, why is that the case? And that's why we go deeper and we look way back into a person's story to observe what we call the perfect storm that creates this vulnerability to these changes. The nervous system vulnerability didn't start this fall or winter, it began much earlier, often during prenatal development, birth, or even the first year of life. Because when we have prenatal stress, it exposes the developing nervous system to elevated cortisol and stress hormones. It's essentially programming the system to expect a stressful environment. We have stress from birth trauma, from interventions like C sections, forceps, vacuum extraction, getting stuck in the birth canal, or extended labor. All of these can create physical stress to the upper cervical spine and to the vagus nerve pathway. And the vagus nerve is essentially the brake pedal to the nervous system. And when this gets interfered with, the gas pedal can run rampant because the brake pedal isn't online. But it doesn't stop there because babies brought into the world, which, let's be honest, can be a stressful experience. No matter what it looks like, it's stressful on mom and baby. And then we add on top of that early childhood stressors. We've got colic, reflux, ear infections, antibiotics. Add to stress, add stress to an already vulnerable system. When we have antibiotics, they're going to disrupt the gut microbiome. They're going to disrupt the immune response, which directly affects nervous system regulation because when the gut starts communicating stress, the entire system is affected. And when that continues to happen over and over and over again, we add one addition to the next to an already vulnerable nervous system. The nervous system learns and grows and develops in a stressed state, which leads to challenges later on in life. By ages 3 through 7, diagnostic labels emerge, but the nervous system dysfunction was there all along. The signs just became more obvious as life demands increased, and seasonal transitions expose what was already struggling. Seasonal struggles aren't about weakness, bad brain chemistry, or even just this seasonal shift. They're a sign that the nervous system has lost its reserve capacity and resilience. It struggles when there's change. But here's the good news: the nervous system is designed to heal, it's designed to recover, it's designed to regulate. When people get regular, neurologically focused chiropractic care, most families can't believe how much just a few adjustments can recharge their body's battery and restore that missing resilience. For people who are already under care, that's what we recommend: getting a boost adjustment, having that extra support in this time of year, because we have mood changes, we have sleep changes, we have better immune function, we're happier, we're calmer, we're more energized. The list goes on and on and on because when we work with the foundational system that controls and regulates all of those functions, we're able to see those changes happen. We're able to see the body heal. We're able to see it regulate and actually become more resilient because it's not staying stuck in the gas pedal mode. When stress and change does happen, we don't get stuck there. It's spending more time in a balanced state when we're getting that support, which allows then for its resilience to increase and it will be better able to respond to life's demands. If you want your family to stay healthy, energized, and thriving this winter season, click the link in our bio, send us a DM, or schedule an appointment here at Rising Health. Let's make sure this winter is different. And that's all for this one. I hope this video finds you well, and have a wonderful day.